I recently got my hands on the Insta360 Ace Pro action camera, and in my initial test, I'm absolutely blown away by the quality and usability of this camera. First off, let's talk about image quality. The Insta360 Ace Pro boasts a remarkable 1/1.3 inch sensor, a true marvel considering its compact size. This sensor is a game changer, allowing the camera to capture stunning details and deliver exceptional image quality. Whether you're capturing action shots or scenic landscapes, the larger sensor ensures clarity and vividness that truly sets it apart from its competitors. One of the more noteworthy aspects of the Insta360 Ace Pro is its collaboration with Leica. The co-engineering with Leica brings a level of optical expertise that translates into unparalleled image precision. The resulting videos carry the signature Leica touch, elevating the overall visual experience. The inclusion of Pure Video mode is a standout feature for the Ace Pro. This mode ensures better video quality in low light, and in the words of Insta360 themselves, Pure Video reduces noise, enhances brightness, and improves dynamic range, meaning the Ace Pro delivers unparalleled image quality in low light compared to others on the market. Shoot footage at night without losing sharpness and even capture crisp images of the night sky. So does it hold up to all of those claims? I'll let you be the judge based on the following low light clips. For those craving high-quality slow-motion content, the Insta360 Ace Pro delivers with its impressive 4K at 120 frames per second video capability. The smoothness and detail in this footage at this resolution and frame rate is truly impressive. HDR, or high dynamic range, is a crucial feature for achieving well-balanced exposure in various lighting conditions. The active HDR in the Insta360 Ace Pro ensures that your video and photos maintain optimal brightness and contrast, allowing you to capture scenes that will maintain details in heavily shaded areas, while not blowing out highlights in extremely bright scenes. I've always been blown away by Insta360's flow state stabilization technology, and the Ace Pro is no exception. Whether you're on the move or shooting in challenging conditions, the camera's stabilization ensures that your videos remain steady and visually pleasing. The Clarity Zoom feature adds another layer of versatility to this camera, and because of the 8K sensor, it allows users to zoom in while shooting in 4K without losing detail in the image. Insta360 designed this camera with a lot of AI features to help you save time or increase your creative output. The AI Highlights Assistant can be used in camera to identify the best moments in the video, presenting highlights for quick review. You choose what to keep and delete, streamlining your file management. Alternatively, you can connect the Ace Pro to the Insta360 app for automatically AI edited, ready to share videos of your adventures, perfect for the casual user who doesn't want to mess around with video editing. And when you're done, download footage seamlessly with the Insta360 app running in the background, allowing you to use your phone for other tasks. And another time saver with this camera is the ability to pause and resume recording all in one clip. That's another great tool for making sure you don't waste space on your SD card and waste time capturing the boring parts of any given event. Insta360 has carried over the voice controls from the Go 3, which was an excellent addition, and they took it a step further by adding gesture controls, making it extremely easy to record yourself. But don't worry if you're an animated hand talker like I am, you can always turn these features off in the camera's settings if you so choose. Another creative innovation of this camera is AI Warp, which uses Insta360 servers to put reality bending effects over your videos. At the time of the recording of this video, the use of AI Warp is limited to 3 uses per day per account, but additional uses should become available in the future and will most likely be a paid service. One of my absolute favorite things about the Insta360 Go 3 was the flip screen, which was really innovative for an action camera. So that's great news for the Ace and the Ace Pro, which have both included this feature. Not only does the size of the screen make the camera a lot easier to control, but it also makes it a lot easier to frame your shots. Whether you're vlogging and you want to see yourself, or placing the camera at a low point beneath your line of sight, the flip screen is just an excellent feature that will help make video recording a lot easier. This camera has a pretty good battery life, but Insta360 has made swapping batteries very easy when necessary. Also, recharging the battery is super efficient and can be charged up from totally dead to 80% in around 22 minutes and fully charged to 100% in 46 minutes. Okay, so this is a built-in microphone test of the microphone for the Insta360 Ace Pro, and I'm doing this out here by the lake, so inevitably the wind is going to kick up. So at some point you're going to hear what that sounds like. Overall, I think the built-in mic of this camera sounds pretty good. I've used it a little. Now, an action camera is not something that I would just set out to record audio with. You can get an adapter to use an external mic, but like I said, I do think the built-in mic of this camera does sound pretty good. It's got a stereo mode, a wind cut mode, and a front-facing mode for the microphone settings. I'm using the stereo mode now. I think it sounds overall the best. I almost never use any kind of wind cut mode digitally on a camera because it kind of ruins the audio in my opinion. But again, like I said, I think the built-in mic of this camera sounds pretty good for an action cam. So I've got the sun shining in my face right now, and this is going to be a good test of the active HDR. Here's the sun behind me, and we can see there's the sun right in the shot. I'm shaded out, so it should be retaining some detail in the shadows without blowing out the highlights. So as you can see, this is Ohio in the wintertime. Everything is gray and brown and dead. It was a real challenge finding places to go out and actually record footage for this because we've been covered by clouds for the entire time that I've owned this camera. We got some sunshine today, but point is, next week I'm going to be going to Nevada. I'm going to be doing some hiking in the desert, and I'm going to be spending the evenings in Las Vegas on the Strip and downtown and getting some more exciting footage than what is here. I'm going to take this camera with me. So if anybody wants to see that footage, leave a comment below and I'll do a follow-up for this camera. So I've got the camera set on low sharpness right now. I think that's the best setting for this camera. I think anything higher than low setting for the sharpness is really way too overly sharpened, and that's kind of a problem with a lot of action cameras. So I've had this camera for a little while now, and the reason that I bought this camera is to use for a travel camera. Normally when I go traveling, I take an action camera with me and a normal camera with me, and I always take a normal camera with me so that when I go inside places I don't have to worry about low light. But an action camera normally does about 90% of the work when I do my traveling, and I always find myself wishing that the action camera could just do better low light. This checks that box, and so far I've been really happy with this. Hopefully this is going to be my all-rounder for traveling, and as small as it is and as easy as it is to use, I won't have to worry about anything too much as far as like just pointing and shooting and getting the shots that I want and keeping the memories that I want. But in the past, whenever I've taken an action camera with a small sensor, you go inside someplace and you've got grainy footage and the stabilization falls apart. So hopefully this takes care of that issue, and so far so good. So I don't vlog, but for people who do vlog, one thing that you should keep in mind is that this camera does have a minimum focus distance, and anything closer than 16 inches is going to be out of focus, little soft. So right now I'm about probably 2-3 feet away from my face right now with the camera, so I should be in focus. But if I come up like this close, which is way too close for my comfort, this is probably closer than 16 inches now. Everything here should be pretty soft right now. Like I said, I don't vlog, but it is something to keep in mind. The feature that I found that I've been using with this camera that I really like, that I didn't really anticipate using so much, is the voice commands. I've got the camera on a selfie stick now, and I don't normally put it on a selfie stick this far away from my arm because, like I said, I don't vlog, but it's just been nice that I can begin and end recordings with my voice rather than reach out and fiddle with the camera and start and stop the recordings that way. Okay, so we are right out here on the lake now, and I should have a little bit of a breeze coming through here so you can hear what the microphone sounds like with wind on it. Yeah, I say that, and I don't think there's any wind coming through right now. So I do have two complaints with this camera, and I think they're minor complaints. My first complaint is the magnetic clip that you can use with this camera is not compatible with the Insta360 Go 3. I wish they would have gone with some universal proprietary system that works on all of their cameras, but it doesn't. You can get adapters to adapt the Go 3 to this system, but again, it's just a really minor annoyance that I wish they would have gone with the same system for everything. And my second complaint about this camera is, again, a minor complaint, but the Insta360 app. I'm not a fan of it. I actually straight up hate the Insta360 app, but I just hate doing any kind of editing work on my phone. I have a pretty powerful PC for editing, and I've got 3 big monitors that I can use to view everything that's going on that way, and it's just, to me, a hassle to edit things on my phone when I do have that option. Again, it's a minor complaint because I almost never do any kind of editing of the footage. It's pretty much just throw it on a timeline and export it. But it would be nice to have that option in the Insta360 Studio PC software, because AI Warp, for example, there's nothing that's even happening on your phone. That footage is being uploaded to an Insta360 server and edited and sent back, so I don't know why that option doesn't exist on the PC. It's annoying, but again, I don't use the AI Warp or any kind of fancy editing like that, but again, on PC, it would be really nice. So to wrap up, no disclaimers about this one. I bought this camera with my own money. Like I said, I bought it to be a travel camera, not so much an action cam, and I think it's going to work out pretty well for me. In conclusion, the Insta360 Ace Pro is a powerhouse of innovation, combining cutting-edge technology with a compact and user-friendly design. Whether you're a video adventurer or a low-key traveler looking for a great combination of convenience and quality, this action camera stands out as a top contender in its category. This video was my initial overview of the camera with a variety of shots from cold, dead, wet, gray Ohio in the wintertime, and this is my technical review of the camera that touched on all of the marketing points. In late February, I'll be doing a more casual follow-up from the warm, bright, colorful Nevada desert at that time. I'll give my final opinion of the camera after a lot more hands-on use, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that follow-up. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.